All right, I wanted to talk about the most important, or one of the most important steps, right, in manifesting, because reality is just reflecting us, who we're being on the inside, right? So when you know you're worthy, set your intentions, right? Know you're worthy of what you want, right? Imagine it already being yours, right? And assuming it's done, now you just have to be the person who has it, right? So start internally, and that doesn't mean, you go rack up your bills. You just internally start thinking and expressing yourself as the person, right, who has the $1 million, who has the dream spouse, who has, all the whatever, the fit body. You start energetically, you whenever you're in a situation and maybe your old thought patterns come up, maybe someone did something to you or something happened at work, you start, okay, if I was already in my dream job, I wouldn't be worried about this. I would be, thinking about this instead. I would be expressing myself as this. So, and manifesting, you're never trying to fix the person you are now, right? You're never trying to fix this person. You're just jumping to the new person, right? The person that has it all. You're just, okay, that's not me. The old man is dead and gone, the old self, right? You can't put new wine into old wineskins. So in manifesting, it's never about fixing who you are, trying to, as we call mess with the middle, trying to figure it out. You go to the end. Because whatever you focus on, you get more of. So you don't focus on fixing yourself because you're going to get more of fixing yourself. Instead, you just say, who is my ideal self? Who is the person that has it all? All right. And you can make a list and stuff like that. And then from then on, you just start expressing yourself as the person who has it all. You are it on the inside, right? Because the CIA says we're just living in a hologram, right? So physicality is just the expression, right, of light and frequency. So everything is created from the imagination of our feelings and thoughts and, what we visualize. And that's the real reality. That's the reality. That's the first reality. The 3D world is just the expression of what we create in our minds. So, be the person on the inside. And it might feel awkward at first, right? If someone's never been to the gym and they're like, I want to be super buff, right? The first day they go and maybe they don't even lift weights. Maybe they just walk and, stretch their body because it's been a minute, right? So, at first, trying to lift a weight might feel awkward. But the more you practice that, the easier it becomes. So the same with your identity. If you're struggling with bills, it might feel really awkward or even triggering to say you're wealthy, right? So you find things to help you start being that rich person. Someone who's struggling with bills might say, you know what, I have enough for today. All my needs are provided for. I always get, free stuff, right? And then you don't have to build up to anything if you don't want to, but do whatever's most comfortable for you. But, it is going to feel a little weird at first. But that's okay, right? Because you practice being, and then it becomes really easy. And what do they say? The longer you tell a lie, the more you believe it. And that's what's true. That's what we want for manifesting. We know that our assumptions create reality, right? And maybe some of us have been programmed to believe negative stuff, that you have to, work really hard to maybe, kind of live a decent life. And, you don't and working hard isn't bad, but we want to use the power of assumptions to our best interest. We want to start assuming what we want to be true, right? And we're not going to be worried about whether we see it in the 3D world, because the real reality is the energetic imaginary world. That's what comes first. That's the first part of creation, is in that space. So all we're going to worry about is our internal world, because the 3D is just a reflection. So we don't try to change the reflection. We just focus on how we are internally, and not, we're not going to worry too much about anything else. And that's where we see the real change, where, the power is coming from you. Reality is reflecting you, and you're writing the script for your own life. So, we want to get into the habit of, instead of reacting to what we see in our world, we can start saying, okay, this has happened, that's okay, but you know what? I'm going to start assuming what I want to be real. I'm going to start expressing myself as the person who has it all, as my ideal self. I'm going to start thinking and acting like that person. And the more I do it, the easier it becomes. And the more I focus on, what I already am, when I focus on, setting my intentions and imagining what I want and assuming it's done and going about my day, the more I'm going to see what I like in my reality. So I just wanted to harp on this, because a lot of times we're so reliant on having the reality, 3D reality, tell us who we are, tell us what's going on. We end up in wait mode, and you don't want to wait. You want to start being and enjoying your life, and you're going to see things happen and shift. But thanks for listening to this video. I do have my Assumptions digital notebook available for download, but follow me, YouTube, TikTok, all those things. All right. Thank you so much.